Good afternoon and welcome back to the Rising Super Stream. Today we are all collectively tuned in to PlayStation's State of Play September... what day is it? September 24th, 2019 edition. My name's Liam and we're watching PlayStation. I hear they're going to have CEO of shirts here, also CEO of video games, so it should be exciting. Getting the news right from the source. I think I have this muted, so let me not mute that. Oh, there we go. So, oh shit, did the new Life is Strange episode go up today? PK something? I'm glad you're enjoying it. So, the only stuff we really know for sure today is that we're gonna see some more The Last of Us Part 2, and that we're going to see some MediEvil stuff. There are 3 really cromulent and credible rumors. I'm gonna just go ahead and not say what they are, so you can, I don't know, you can enjoy them for yourself when they surprise you. Someone in the chat earlier said Freedom Wars 2, and I'm already like crying internally. Just seeing those words written together in the chat made my heart palpitate. Like I've gone through all the stages of loss with Freedom Wars, and I thought I had let go. And then the moment someone said it like that in this setting, it all came back, and now I'm all the way back in grief, so now I just cry. Now I only cry. So. Oh, so 30 oh, I thought the timer said 30 seconds. Looks like we might be actually starting. I still like this intro thing. This is super charming. Let's go Bayonetta 3. Finally some Bayonetta 3. Oh, the other thing is that it's 20 minutes long, the event. So just FYI, not going to be a long one. I don't know if I said that before. I don't think I did. Oh, enhance. Let's go. Fucking hit me with Res 2. Okay, so it's interesting. This thing with these people, they used in their teaser. They used like a little image of it. But it wasn't clear whether that was just marketing or whatever. So it seems like that was actually a video game, Humanity. Let me know if there's sound problems, if the computer sounds too loud or anything. Enhancer's so good though, so... They did Res Infinite, Tetris Effect, they're, you know, the Mizuguchi squad. Thank you, Zolti, appreciate it. Oh, look, they fight! Now everyone's excited, you get to watch them fight! They shoot, they defend the yellow girl. This looks interesting. I'm really curious as to like what the level structure is in this game, because right now I can't tell at all. But this looks really nifty. It reminds me of those shitty mobile ads you see on YouTube where there's just like 2 armies and they go mash against each other for 30 seconds. But like actually a game that I'd be interested in and not those games. Yeah, I don't even know. That's, you know, that's just the right amount of information. Multiple people said Mario 128 in the chat, which yeah.
We're really excited to share some great games and surprises with you today. Starting with that exclusive
okay, so we're
of Humanity
a couple, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes in now. We only have 20 minutes.
Next up, Infinity Ward gives us an all-new look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare, an epic new entry in the blockbuster series.
Okay. I guess. I gotta say the new engine that they're using for this has some bananas rendering capabilities. I remember when they showed the first trailer for this Modern Warfare remake. remake, but reimagining,
We need to
whatever.
move fast.
When they showed the first trailer for this, I watched it like 4 or 5 times because, Jesus, it looks so much better than the earlier Call of Duty games.
Let's talk.
It's nice that they've finally updated the engine significantly.
Because of this poison, my people have known something worse than war.
People like the beta, right?
Help us track it.
I think
If you stay,
so.
we can help you.
I feel like
But
that
if you
was the
stay,
general
we'll
sentiment.
fight.
Yelling out to him.
Beta was okay.
The invaders of my country have no regard for human life.
It was okay.
We live like this every day.
Any further complications and we're at war.
They're breaking through now. We need a new extraction point fast.
Save yourself, daughter. Join
I really
us.
like sort of
I
like
need soldiers. You
how
train
Advanced
killers.
Warfare
But we
and the
have
later
more
Black Ops had like,
killers here.
well, I guess just Black
No?
Ops 3 really,
How about you, Captain?
and Infinite Warfare had like
Are you gonna let them die?
hard sci-fi stories.
Kremlin has suspended all deconfliction channels.
That
and
was
chemical
cool.
weapons are
I
now
missed that
in the
already.
wild.
It's only been gone for like, what, 2 years and I already miss it?
You draw the line.
I remember when World War II came back, I was like, okay, it's been a minute since World War II. Okay. And the second time I saw a World War II game, I was like, no, I'm done. No more World War II for me. And now I'm like, yeah, no, I don't know. No more Modern Warfare for me, please. Unless it's on the Vita, then I'll
Rules
take
of
anything,
engagement have
but...
changed. If you can't identify the target,
Yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like the sci-fi in those games, but... You know,
You are
different
the
strokes, right?
target.
I get why they didn't stick with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say, like, that was a better idea, because I know most people... Not most, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. Just what I like, so... Who am I kidding? I'm not gonna play it anyway. Quick predict a big
Thankfully,
surprise.
we don't have much longer to wait.
Soul
Call of
Sacrifice
Duty
2.
Modern Warfare
Let's go.
lands on PS4 this
PlayStation
October.
All-Stars Battle Royale 2. Let's go.
Now from the
Oh,
imagination
Wattam.
of the creator of Katamari Damacy and Nobi Nobi Boy comes a long-awaited update.
I played this at PAX Prime a few years back. It played mysteriously. Fucking dialogue. This game was originally announced quite a while ago. Like 2014? Long time ago. I feel like it's been like 5 years at least. Oh my god. Oh my god. The levels of vor are through the roof here. Kaboom with me, please. This is a really nice trailer for the game, though. The last one was a little... I mean, it was a good trailer, but I don't feel like it had a lot of appeal. I think a lot of people are going to be intrigued by this trailer. What a beautiful logo. Okay, hit me with that date. December 2019. Hey, that's not so far away.
We can't wait to play it. The wonderfully
I'm
wacky
keen.
and whimsical world of Wattam comes to PS4 this December.
His last new game was it
Okay.
Nobi Nobi Boy?
Prepare to
that
embark
way
on
back?
a gorgeous new journey with another first look.
Techland, yeah. Piccolo. I do not know who these guys are. Someone in the chat said Santa Origins. Why is that so funny? I love it. Yeah, the snow looks fantastic. So I assume this is whatever the afterlife is in this world that you're going through here, and that death was indeed the beginning of the events. That's neat. Oh my god. All these evil Santas. Is he going to find his also dead wife? That actually looks really nice. I gotta say, at the beginning I wasn't too enthused, but by the end of the trailer, I really like the look of this thing. Arise, a simple story.
Arise is coming
nice.
soon to PS4.
Rockstar.
Now
huh?
let's see what Rockstar Games has coming to PlayStation VR.
Oh yeah, good in VR finally. This is actually out on PC, and I've seen a bunch of GIFs, and it's quite humorous in
I know
VR.
this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued,
You get to do the fist fights in VR
She
too.
went out and I went out
I wasn't
after
sure
her.
this was ever going to come
Jumped
out
in
on
a car on the
PSVR, so
corner.
that's cool. So it's like a cut down version of the game. It doesn't have all the cases. Apparently it's more focused on just the like serious, more plot related cases. I mean, of course
She was
they all
looking
matter,
around in her
but like
bag. Said
it's
she wanted
focused
to
on
serve
the
me
more
papers.
core ones.
Me and
So
her
it's like
own husband.
dramatically
I
shorter
love
as
my
well.
wife. That's
And I
the
don't
truth.
think you get to navigate the whole open world. Like there's driving sequences, but I don't. Oh, out now. Cool. Neat. I like
The good
this.
news is, LA Noire, the VR
should
case
play that.
files, is available at the PlayStation Store today.
But yeah, basically it's a quicker
That's just a
VR
taste
version
of what's
the game.
coming for PlayStation VR players.
Neat. Gorn. Aspire 1. Space Channel 5. God, Aspire 1 looks so good. God, Ooh La La looks so good. God, Gorn is so good. This is a strong list right here. This game is really fun. I played it at PAX East a few years ago. This is like my most anticipated VR game, like period. Just VR stealth shooter. Stardust Odyssey. This one's new, I think, or at least I haven't heard of it. After the Fall. This one as well. I'm not familiar with. Yeah, Space Channel. Let's go. I like the two new characters. They look good. Okay, more than just two new
We've got more
characters,
for
it
you to check
seems.
out. Get ready for an update on MediEvil. Here's your chance to get your hands
it's a
on
nice
a demo
little
of the
ticker
eagerly
of VR
awaited
games.
experience launching today
Most of
on the
those were already
PlayStation
announced, though,
Store.
so. Yeah, so this demo actually went live in Japan late last night, but they pulled it after like 2 hours, and I think everyone who saw that kind of assumed, like, yeah, it's supposed to be a demo today. So, here it is. Where is the marketing for this game? Says NPC chat. There isn't. This is not that type of game. Real talk, like, they're pushing it just fine for the type of game that it is. It's, you know, not supposed to be a million seller.
Be sure to play the demo to get
A
Dan's
multi-million
helmet
seller,
when
I
the
should
full
say.
adventure rises again this October. At long last, a legendary series makes its debut to PS4.
Oh, this is not what I wanted to see. Well, okay. I'm just not into Civ. I hate to sandbag it, but I'm just not into Civ. It's never been my thing, so... Well, my stream has just... There we go. That's fine. This is the Civ section. Let me just refresh. We're not missing anything. Actually, really fortuitous timing. So, there we go. We're good. No problem.
We are not amused.
This music makes geopolitics fun. Yeah, I've heard people aren't massively into this one compared to some earlier ones, but as far as console versions go, this is unambiguously better than Civilization Revolution, right? Which was like the last time there was a big console push, right? Or is that crazy? Is Civ Revolution better?
PS4 players will finally get the opportunity
Yeah,
to
way better than
expand their
Revolution?
empires
Okay.
in just a few short months.
Cool.
You might have heard Death Stranding from director Hideo Kojima is launching this November.
What game?
We've got
Which
something
game?
very cool to show you.
Haven't heard of
We
it.
don't come together again. Humanity won't survive.
I didn't watch the 80 minutes of gameplay the other day. I do not want to, so I'll take whatever I can get. Oh, look, you can get a controller with a baby in it. That's neat. Who wants the
This
baby
limited
controller?
edition PS4 Pro will be available on launch day, starting
Includes
November
actual
8th.
placenta in controller.
Now let's check in on Afterparty.
Oh,
Do you
Afterparty
think you
looks
could
so
beat
good.
Satan in a drinking game if it meant you escaped hell?
Hell basically runs itself nowadays.
These guys, their last game was Oxen. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I have to assign tortures and cleanup.
Thought I would let you know, but
Skeletons every once in
they
a
know
while,
well
but
enough.
People typically know what to expect. Except, well, these two morons I keep hearing about. Milo and Lola. They're friends their whole lives that then go and die like 2 minutes before graduating college. They go through processing, get their personal demon, the whole thing. But then they take a cab ride from Sam, and she goes and blabs about the loophole. Like I didn't already have enough to do tonight, you know? I told them to outdrink hell.
It's such a straightforward premise, but
Psycho
it's hard not to
relatives.
love it.
But to even reach those nut jobs, the losers will have to deal with karaoke crowds, the lava swamps, the fanatics from the Force Circle. I mean, these complete idiots really have no idea what they're getting into.
I need a drink.
Is he talking to us?
This is great.
Afterparty is being
what?
developed by the talented team at
Can you
Night
party
School
harder than
Studio, and it's
fucking
coming
the
soon to
devil?
PS4.
Probably.
Speaking of coming soon,
Probably
we've got a
is the
sneak
answer.
peek at October's PlayStation
You ever seen the
Plus
TV
lineup.
show The Good Place? I
Batter
have.
up.
I'm excited for the third season to come to Netflix on like the 27th. Very soon. Okay, so that's baseball. This is absolutely still a baseball. We're spending a lot of time on this for a PS Plus title. Like, this isn't a new baseball. This has been out for a while.
MLB The Show 19 will be.
Oh, we're not
free
even going to
for
show the other
PlayStation
game.
Plus members
We're just going to
starting
show
in
baseball.
October. But wait, today we can
we're
also
gonna show
share
the other
that
one?
The Last of Us Remastered
Okay,
is
yeah,
also coming to PlayStation Plus
that
members
makes
starting
sense.
in October, alongside MLB The Show 19. Our time's almost up, but before we let you go, let's take a look at another upcoming PS4
Wow, so the
game
last
from
game-
PlayStation's worldwide studios.
So we're going to hit The Last of Us 2 here, and then if we're lucky, they'll have that other thing at the end. If we're lucky. I actually want to see this.
Great kiss from last night.
Rate it. Give us a number.
Look who decided to join us. All right. You all know the drill. Run your routes. Mark your logbooks. You run into anything you can't handle. You come back.
God, walking over the hill and seeing that giant house that's clearly occupied. What a fucking set piece.
Please stop!
Tommy. I have to finish it.
You have no idea what you're walking into.
What are you doing?
You don't know how large that group is, how armed.
I don't care. You can't stop this. What the hell are you doing here?
There he is.
You think I'd let you do this on your own?
Well, it still looks phenomenal. February, God, it looks so fucking good.
We know you've been anxiously awaiting any news on this hugely anticipated title. Thanks to Naughty Dog for giving us this all-new look at The Last of Us Part 2. And we've even got a release date. Mark your calendars for February 21st, 2020. Okay, everyone, that's a wrap on another episode
Ooh.
of State of Play. Thanks for
Ooh,
watching.
really?
We'll see you again soon. And
You don't
keep your
have-
feedback and suggestions
You don't
coming.
have the
Until
Batman
next
here?
time.
I'm surprised. I think a lot of people were expecting the Batman to be here. You sure? Yeah, oh, yeah, they're really done. We can watch Bubsy What Happened. That's all we got. We don't have the Batman. Oh no, it's one of these fucking animated ads I hate for Magic. Let me close that. Well, that was it wasn't a great one, honestly. I think this kind of rule stands for Nintendo Directs as well, but like if you're gonna have one of these sort of like digital press conference events, spending the majority of it updating titles we already know about it never pays off well, honestly. I'm trying to think what actually was announced that was new. There was Arise, A Simple Story, and there was maybe one of the VR games, the one where you're like a pilot, that very, very colorful looking one. Otherwise, I don't think there were any other new games. Humanity as well. Thank you. Good call on Humanity. Those were all the new ones. There were some new ports, like LA Noire hadn't been announced formally for PSVR yet. Gorn had. It's true. There was a few, but like games that were already out on other platforms. So, but it was mostly really updates on stuff we already knew about, and I don't think that ever pans out well. And I think we've been here with Nintendo as well, where I think Nintendo has learned and they don't do this anymore, but Nintendo definitely had some directs that were like this too, and it's like, that's just a shame. I was really skeptical about this being 20 minutes, because bearing in mind that The Last of Us 2 was going to be here, and that was going to take up at least like 3 to 5 minutes, that doesn't give you a lot of time to get much else in there. In the end, I don't know if that trailer was over 3 minutes, but nonetheless, it was a bit too short and a bit too lacking in substance. Obviously, more substance could have totally made up for the length, but I think there was an absence of substance in there. Just kind of It's a shame that after not being at E3, the first state of play is just like not a huge home run. It was small. Really feels like we're just in a holding pattern until the next PlayStation comes out, there's the last few big PS4 titles, The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Dreams, help me out here, Death Stranding. I thought there was another one, but anyway, the last few big PS4 titles, but I don't think we're going to be seeing any other big ones anytime soon, not until they have a PS5 to show off. FF7, I mean more like the Sony, like Sony's internal titles. Because there is obviously stuff like FF7 too. But Civ 6 also coming to Xbox. Good for Civ fans on Xbox. Good for them. Yeah. Grillahan says these state of plays have all felt really unnecessary and nothing notable being shown, unlike Nintendo Directs. I agree 2 out of 3 times, and my disagreement is the first one. I know everyone hated the first one because there was so much VR, but I loved it because there was so much VR. And if you went on the PlayStation VR subreddit or PlayStation VR forums, everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's like a video game heaven!" They announced so many fucking VR games. I think that one was good. That one I still liked a lot. But yeah, the last one was really elevated by having the FF7 trailer at the end. That helped a lot. The last one was, it had alright content, and it did have the FF7 trailer at the end that really, killed it. But this one, it's a bummer that they couldn't have just had some more trailers, at least for could you get a real Death Stranding trailer in there? No? Well, then we'll just show the controller. I like the baby controller, by the way. I wish it had an actual little floating rubber baby in there, but that wouldn't work. You couldn't make that happen. There'd be too much liquid. I don't know. So I'll let me check online like I always do. Let me see if there's any more news to glean from this, but I don't think so, honestly. It seemed, it was pretty bereft of content. Yeah, MediEvil demo. Oh, Humanity's on PSVR as well. I actually didn't see a PSVR logo on there, so I'm glad that's the case. It's cool that they're giving out The Last of Us Remastered. I already have it, so... Also, MLB The Show 20. This is a big typo. It's actually 19. If they were giving out 20, that'd be even better. Yeah, none of these are updated with pictures yet. That sucks. Humanity. I'm looking for some sort of gameplay concept in here. Just skimming it real quick. Human behavior simulation. God, I don't know, guys. I don't think there's any gameplay details in here. Cool that it's got VR support, but hey. Yeah. Oh, it's Nick. Nick's great. Look, he's still rocking his Percy Propa avatar. always. He was the producer on Freedom Wars as well, which is why it's there. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. There's like nothing to talk about. Play LA Noire VR. I want to actually, but I don't know if I'll have time to stream it. I don't have time to stream as much anymore, so. But I want to buy it at very least and play it for myself. So. Yeah, I'm keen to see some Santa Origins gameplay as well. That's Arise, A Simple Story. Because you're right, it did look gorgeous. I just hope that's representative of the actual gameplay. I mean, I don't think there's any reason for them to lie. That like never works out for indie games, but hopefully that's actually how it looks. Was the Batman supposed to be from Rocksteady? The rumor was that it was from WB Montreal, but ultimately, ultimately was a no-show here. So I guess it wasn't planned for here. That would have been a decent one to end things off with, but yeah, they didn't. I don't know. This one was a weak one. Just kind of wrote updates. You know, if it feels, I'm trying to like figure out a thesis statement in my head, like for companies who do these sort of direct media things, which is really just Nintendo and Sony. Like, if it feels like the news could fit in press releases, maybe there's not enough news. You know what I mean? Maybe that's how I feel. I don't know. Almost makes me feel like they, you know, wanted to have an event to announce The Last of Us's date. But I don't know, for Death Stranding, they announced Death Stranding's date on just like a random fucking day. And it was like the best trailer ever and people loved it. Maybe they should have just done that. Maybe they should have just asked Kojima to cut a trailer for Death Stranding. And it could have his name on it because he cut it sorry, not Death Stranding, for The Last of Us 2. And he could have just made them a really good trailer for like, to fill like 9 minutes. That would have been nice. Because this kind of, I don't mean to sandbag the other announcements, although ultimately that's what I'm doing. But it almost feels like everything else was window dressing for The Last of Us trailer at the end. So, yeah, I don't know. The Last of Us is 2 discs apparently. Damn, really? That's a first. Well, not a first for games on PlayStation. I believe like Red Dead Redemption 2 has that, but that's a first for Sony. Yeah, The Last of Us 2 ships on 2 discs. Hot damn. Got it right here. Thanks, Wario64. You're the best. Full game, 2 discs. Nice. Good job, Sony. Beating Knack 3 to the punch. Now Knack 3 has to be way bigger than that. At least 6 discs. At least. I guess I'm also just surprised that, like, there wasn't really much of anything in the way of, like, larger third parties. There was Arise, which is published by Techland, but, like, no Capcom, no Square Enix, no... I'm not going to go down the list. You know what the list is. Nothing from all of those. Even though there are some, you know, big titles coming out. You know, Watch Dogs 3 is coming out. I mean, it shows a Watch Dogs 3 trailer. I don't know. You know. But, I don't know. A weirdly empty feeling. Just like, it just feels like you didn't have enough to show, honestly. And it's kind of a bummer. Especially because I really feel like the first one, since I liked the VR content, I enjoyed the format, because I think the format was good from day one. You know, they just stole the Nintendo Direct, like, content. Bums me out, because the first one was like, there was good content and good format. The second one was good format, and the content was, people preferred it because it had FF7 and not VR. And then this one is like, format's still good, but your content got weaker. Like, what happened? You gotta fix this. And, you know, actually, I wanna actually double down on something I said earlier. Earlier I said, let me take a sip. Earlier I said it's a bummer that the last state of play, like, or the first state of play after E3, which of course they didn't appear at, is such a downer, because this is also the first state of play since TGS, where Sony also did not appear for the first time in ever. And it was such a bummer having a TGS without Sony. Sony's events at TGS are always such a a hallmark or a cornerstone of the event. I always loved streaming those, but now they're just gone. And it's a shame because usually at the TGS events, like most of the content was all like new Japanese titles, and they even covered a lot of smaller companies. Like, well, Falcom's not the smallest anymore these days, but they would cover companies like Falcom anyway. And this year, getting no E3, no TGS, and then the first state of play is this. It's like, You know, when they said they didn't have content for E3, I believe it now. You have made me a believer, Sony. It does just feel like we're in a holding pattern for the next PlayStation, honestly. So yeah, Marvel 877 says, how long until Sony does their PS5 announcement? What are we? We're September 24th. October, November, December, January. There's only 3 months left in the year. It's got to be within the next, like, it pretty much has to be within the next 6 months. I don't know exactly when they'll do it. Either at the end of this fiscal quarter or at the beginning of the next fiscal quarter, probably. So late February, remember, or like end of October, around there, around one of those two, I think. So we'll see. Yeah, it's coming. Whether you like it or not, it's coming. So yeah, I do hope that when we get there, they will have a lot of content to show again. Because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss how for all of this generation, Sony was incredibly dominant in terms of like their press conference showings from the very beginning. All of their, for PS4, all of their press conferences were like off the walls, just about. And then they just started to taper down. I think the last E3 they did, that was the weird one where they did it in a chapel that was the Last of Us 2 set recreation, and then they moved to a little theater. Although there was like weird format shit in that, like the content was still really good there. But then after that, it just really falls off. Like, and I kind of miss it, honestly. Like, it was really fun. Their shows were consistently like pretty bananas. So I hope that when PS5 is a thing and they feel like they can show us their new content, that the content is there so that they can, you know, they can wow us like that again. So yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna step out for today. Yeah, it's only been 36 minutes, bit of a short stream, but hey, that's just how it be. I actually have to get to class. Not for another like hour and change, but I'm working on my homework too. I'm doing 3ds Max stuff in my art class, and yeah, UVing stuff is tricky as all hell. I am not good at it. UVing stuff is a total pain in the neck. I'm just UVing a barrel that I made. Nothing fancy. He wanted us to make a barrel and then UV it. And boy, man, figuring shit out is no good. Hoopatoots says, welcome to UV hell. That's where I'm at, so it sucks. Oh. Shoutouts today to Evan Drag, Maximum Daximum, Dragoon 465, Nopaniz, N Jigglypuff, Rainbow Snack, A Sleeping Hero, Great Monorail, Zolty, and Pride of Fiddles for their subscriptions today. Let me get in the comments real quick before I leave. When's the Kickstarter for your first game? Ha! Probably not. I don't think I would want to. I know a lot of friends who did Kickstarters, and it seems like it was an incredibly stressful ordeal, even when it went well. Like, even talking, I had a drink with Sean Velasco at an event. There was a lot of other people there. It wasn't just him and I on a date. And even for him, you know, where Shovel Knight's campaign went aces the whole way, it was incredibly stressful. So I'd rather not ever do a Kickstarter. Yeah, I agree that The Last of Us 2 with that seems to be playing into that, like, kill the gay love interest thing. Happens a lot, where it's like, Look at these two lesbians. They're happy. Oh, one of them died. Like, and that's kind of like the thing that sets it off. It happens to happen a lot with gay couples, you know. I say lesbians and not gays because guess what? We don't get gay male protagonists, period, ever. That doesn't happen. People see guys kissing and they go, ew. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I think they're gonna get a bit of flack for that for sure, because it's such a trope. Like, take that character, put her in the fridge, you know. So yeah. So hey. That being said, I think the game still looks fucking awesome. I'm super pumped to play it. I really liked the first one. I've been thinking of playing the remaster, and I guess like now is the time, right? If it comes out in February. My girlfriend's never played it, and she wants to. She wanted to finish it in time for the second one because she doesn't think she'll be able to avoid spoilers. My girlfriend just texted me, "How badly do you want the Death Stranding controller, though?" She also texted me 420A like 19 minutes ago. So, thanks, babe. Appreciate it. How badly do I want the Death Stranding controller? Not that badly, honestly. The color's not right for me. That's not what I want. There was a PS4 controller I did want. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this one. This DualShock 4, the Wildberry color. I love it. I absolutely adore this color combination here. And I don't normally love this color combination, but something about this on a DualShock 4 just like totally gets me going. I've been really wanting this one. They made like a Goku one. You remember the orange one? The Goku one's like the ugly version of this. Sunset orange, they call it. Makes it not feel as painful. Fuck that. Look at the Wildberry one. That shit's hot. It's amazing. I want it. Oh shit, Zolty, you have one? Or you like it? Good. I'm glad. More people need to know about this beautiful controller. So, what is your normal color combination for controllers? Default or whatever. I don't know. I don't buy controllers often, honestly. I tend to take decent care of things, and I just don't tend to buy other controllers. Like, I could name like every controller I've bought since like the PS3 because there's so few of them, honestly. Like, usually I'll get them like, I have a bunch of Wii remotes because they came with games. You know, like you buy Wii Sports Resort, you get a Wii remote. You buy Skyward Sword, you get a Wii remote. I bought a silver DualShock for my PS3 because my launch one went bad. I bought a replacement regular DualShock for my PS4 because my launch one went bad. I bought the Xenoblade Pro Controller because I said it's about time to get a Pro Controller, but otherwise I haven't bought any other controllers since the GameCube. Like, I just don't buy them, so... Do you put stickers on your Switch stuff? I actually had the Sonic Forces stickers on my Switch Joy-Cons and, like, middle thing for a while, but they kind of, like, started wearing at the edges, so I took them off, so... Zolty says, I have 4 Nintendo Switch Pro controllers, and they all have bad D-pads, and Nintendo keeps releasing games you can only play multi in Joy-Cons only mode. Yeah, I get you there. The D-pads flippin' suck, man. I have the Xenoblade one that sucks. I remember people online were like, no, the Xenoblade one fixes it. It's like, no, it don't. It don't fix it. Apparently the D-pad on the Switch Lite has some pretty serious problems. I mean, it's luck, obviously. You know, you can get a great one, but apparently people are experiencing diagonals that don't work very well at all. Like where I was watching some videos of people clearly pressing the 2 buttons and nothing, no diagonals coming out. So that's unfortunate. It sucks. That should not be, that's not okay. That ain't okay at all. I hope everyone who has a faulty one can get that shit worked out. I'm like, I really want one. I haven't even got to put my hands on one. I really want to get one, but I think I'm going to wait until because I just bought an iPad for Apple Arcade, which is super good, by the way. But I think I'm going to wait till I don't know, maybe next year to buy a Switch Lite or something when the money's available. You know how it be. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get going. I'm going to go finish working on my fucking barrel. I'm so done with this fucking barrel. I spent like 2 hours working on it earlier because I'm like really not familiar with the UI, and it takes a long time to do shit when you're not familiar with the UI. But I gotta get back to grinding on it. So Salty says, Choo Choo Rocket's really good actually if you haven't tried it out yet. That's one of the ones I downloaded, but I haven't played it yet. I downloaded like 20 plus games because Apple Arcade's too fucking good. If you guys have an iDevice that supports iOS 13, seriously, give Apple Arcade a chance because the content is ridiculous. Having a really good time with it. I'm hoping I can stream some of them this week, but I don't fucking know when I'm allowed to stream. So, yeah. Let me get back to my UVing. I'm going to finish up my barrel. I hate it. It's the worst. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Take care. Have a good evening. Sleep tight. Bye-bye.